All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill. All right, so welcome to Fritter Friday. Man, wonderful, wonderful week. It's been really, really good. The week has been really, really good. Let me check something real quick. I can get an idea. Um, I don't think I had a whole lot going on this week. I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Only 9 signings this week. Oh, I forgot to put this on silent. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. Got to put this on silent. Thought I did. All right. But yeah, this week has been pretty good. 9 signings, but the fees were good. All the fees was good on all of them. So it weren't no cheap fees or anything like that. So this week, um, yeah, yeah, the orders I'm looking at, yeah. Okay. So this month alone has been good. One, two. So far this month I've only had right now, I've only had 2 orders under $100, and I didn't even realize that till now that I looked at it. So I've had um one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm even counting the ones that I got coming in 14. Then there's another one 50. So yeah, all the orders that I've gotten so far this month have been over $100 except for 2. That is really, really good. So I didn't realize that. So okay, cool. Okay. I didn't realize that till I just decided to take a quick look at it now. And this week alone, I've only had 1 order that was under 100. All right. I'll roll with that. So again, we back here at Fritter Friday. I wanted to just briefly go over before we get into the profile part. Just briefly play this video for y'all and I need to show y'all the person so y'all can see, and I will link the video in the description below. Um, this gentleman name is Nick Singal. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And as you see there, it says the three, how to avoid getting scammed, the 3 red flag rule. And the reason why I'm showing this, and last week we talked about how to avoid getting scammed. He talks about, and I'm gonna play it over here for my phone so that y'all can hear it because I don't want to get a copyright strike playing this stuff. I still don't know how to figure all that stuff out for us, playing somebody's stuff and not getting a copyright strike. So I do know I can play the audio, and this is for educational purposes only, YouTube. Um, but I'm subscribed to him. I just subscribed to him, and I've been watching him for about a year, off and on, listening to him, and I like what he's saying. So he's a very good internet entrepreneur. Um, that's one side of what he does. He teaches courses and he teaches a lot of good things on how to do stuff on TikTok and all kinds of other social media things. So if you're looking at doing another stream of income, I would say take time out, listen to his videos, study him before you make a move, study him to see if what he's talking about and who he is worth your time and effort to follow. Okay. So I'm gonna play this real quick and on my phone so y'all can hear what he says about the 3 red flag rules to avoid getting scammed.
Here's how to avoid getting scammed from someone who years ago has been scammed many times. I don't anymore. I call it the 3 red flag rule. We buy so much into the promise that we ignore those red flags. I no longer ignore red flags. If I'm talking to a business partner, if I'm looking at anything and I hit that third red flag, I'm out. A very small example is a red flag. Someone who promises you the world says all these big things, but when you look logically at how they're living, you don't see it. Be mindful if anyone is promising you a crazy return. Well, 30 extra money, well, 20 extra money. Right there, that's like 2 of the 3 red flags for me. Be very mindful if anyone's asking for money first to deliver service later. Be very mindful for someone who's throwing a lot of names at you. I do this for this person. I do this for this person. Confirm it if they really do that by asking that person. That person doesn't even know who they are.
I mean, the one thing that caught my attention was when he said, when you look at their life logically, that is the key. When you look at them logically, and feel free to put in whatever comments you want down in the chat, and tell me what you think about the red flags. Also, tell me what some of your red flags might be. But when you get out of the emotion, and that's the key thing. Too many of us are in our emotions with this business or with any business, and instead of looking at it logically, somebody is saying this, and this is what I've been trying to share with y'all and teach y'all for over a year. Somebody is saying, this is all you got to do to be a notary. Get a stamp, have breath in your body, get a printer, and you're good. But there's a whole lot more to it. And many of you have found out that there's so much more to this. But when you look at it logically and you analyze what they're saying, why they're saying it, even how they're saying it, even the body language in which they're communicating with, it can make you think like, And some of you have, as people have told me, in their gut, they're like, nah, I don't need to mess with that. But because everybody's hyped it up, boom. And see, that's where you got to be careful about the hype, you know, so that you don't get taken advantage of. Over promising 20,000, 10,000, $50,000 a month as a notary. Not saying you can't make it, but everybody, it's like everybody can make that. Are you for real? You mean there's that much business out there? But then I wonder if they're saying that now, and at the time of this video, the notary industry has gone down. Well, not even just the mortgage industry has gone down. So can you still promise that somebody can make 10, 20, $30,000? Are there people making that money? Yes, but they're probably a little bit more established, or they had some inroads. But when you really, really, really look at it, can they really offer that or make those statements now? And I will venture to say no. And then lastly, he talked about the name dropping, constantly dropping names, constantly dropping names. And one of the things that I've learned is that people always want to try to get close to that person. I talked about that in the notary pyramid scheme video, where you got the top guy, then you have this layer of people that's right underneath the top guy, and everybody's trying to get into that position to be in that first row underneath the top person or persons, because it might be a team, a little small group of them, so that they can be close to the man or the woman. And people just do a lot of name dropping. So you have to be mindful of that. And if you feel there's red flags and you have to decide what your red flag is going to be, then you can sit there and say, you know what? Let me back down. Let me leave this alone because something ain't right. My other cups were getting washed. I forgot to get them out the finish watching my Notary Tech Talk cups and my Party People cups. I've been using them all week. And y'all know my throat be getting dry real quick when I be up here doing these videos. So I'm just going to relax and just take my time with it. It's not going to be here all day, but get my lozenges. So so the key is follow your instinct. Follow your instinct. And if you're having a hard time recognizing whether something might be a red flag, might be a scam, then reach out to somebody who you can trust, listen to what they say, and do your own research and all of that. And it's hard to research some of these people because everybody says they're the best thing. They probably say that about me. Don't know. All right. So the one thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about today was your profile. Now I've talked about it before, and daggone it. Well, let me pull it up here. And I meant to get this up. Y'all know how I be doing. I be having in my mind to do something, and then I mess around and forget to do it. So, um, all right. I just had the thing. All right, hold on. Daggone. Where? Okay, now I just saw what I was looking for, and now, okay, there it is. Okay, I had it. Okay, gotcha. Oh, come on, Instagram. Sorry about this, y'all. Here we go. All right, let me pull her up and let me get this over here. And yes, I know I should have had all of this together, but y'all know how I do. I just be winging it sometimes. All right. So on IG, this young lady here is doing a great job on helping people with their profiles. So you're going to want to go check her out over here on Instagram. She's helping notaries, great administrative person, along with notary, um, notary stuff. I don't know everything she does, so I ain't gonna fudge it and just pretend like I know. But Candy is a person who you want to connect with. That's all I can say. So you get a chance, connect with her, hit her up on Instagram. She's there to help you how to get your profile together. Now, what I'm talking about with regards to profile, don't equate it to anything that she says because I have not heard her fully talk about profiles, but I do know she's somebody that you can trust to do your profile. I've heard a lot of great things about her from Samantha Smith down there. She's down there in Georgia with Samantha. She's a part of the Georgia Notary Network. And, there's something that when you see somebody or you hear somebody talk, you just get a good vibe about them like, okay, they solid. And that's what I've gotten from her from day one that I've seen her and Samantha working together. It's like, she's a solid person. So this is who you need to get a chance. Connect with her. K Plans at K Plans for real on Instagram, and you won't be disappointed. Okay, so um, all right, all right. So now I'm going to give you my take on profiles. Okay, I'm gonna give you my take on profiles, and I'm not saying that my take is the end all be all, but this is what I've learned from it. And I'm gonna show you my profile, and you can rip it apart, say whatever you want about it. That's completely up to you. If you're a signing company owner, as you look at the profile, feel free to make a comment in the chat as to what you think about my profile, or does it hit some of the things that you believe that you would like to target and things of that nature. If you think something's missing, feel free to say so in the chat. Would love to hear your, see your comments and everything, and get an idea of what you think. And this year is going to help the notaries out. All right, so this here is my profile on Snapdoc, so you know where it's coming from on Snapdocs. Let me zoom it in a little bit more. All right, so see, maybe I need to do it. Yeah, I'll do it that way. And zoom it in. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna just start from the top, and then I'm gonna just break this down as to how I came up with my profile. All right. So as you see here, Hampton Roads #1 notary signing agent available 24/7. Everybody can say that if they want. I'm saying it. That's just how I feel about myself. In the story. There's nothing else to even expound on that. That's how I open up to make a statement that I am Hampton Roads #1 notary signing agent. Okay. I also go in here and talk about we conduct all residential and commercial loan closing types. I'm a Virginia notary, letting them know I'm on dot verify. I have a 100% in-car mobile printer capable. I even have a video, a link to a video there. Done over 1,900 loan closings completed, which includes 808 from Snapdocs. Now, for me, the reason why that's important is because I want people to understand that I've done this amount of closings and X amount of them have been from Snapdocs. And in other words, not all of my orders have come strictly from Snapdocs. I'm doing orders outside of Snapdocs. I'm doing orders for other people. So I want the persons who may see my profile to understand that I'm not just pigeonholed with one signing company, but I'm available, or one title company. I'm available across the board. So now my wording, the way I word stuff may not suit you. You might think that, oh man, you need to say that better. And I get it. But I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to communicate here. So go, sorry about that. Some more tea. Plus, I'm a little tired too. So goes on and says, I pay attention to the following details during the entire loan closing process. That probably can be worded a lot better. This includes borrowers given a printed copy, not double side printed or emailed, scans of docs provided when request, administration of oath. I should also say affirmation. I'll change that. Only borrowers sign the note, because that's a big problem. There are people out there who have the non-borrowing person signing the note, and you need to do, and to me, I want them to know that I understand not to do that. Signers recorded in the logbook. Notarizations performed in person. Respect for other signers. Respect for signers' culture. Fill out and sign Patriot Act. And all docs shipped out on time. Now, let's stay here for a second and let's break this down. What I'm doing here is communicating what I've heard. I'm communicating the solution to what I've heard signing companies say they have their biggest problems with. When you look at those instruction sheets, the instruction sheets show you problems that they have. Okay. And what you're doing is communicating that you know not to create these kind of problems. You know what to do concerning this, because, and let me come back to y'all for a second. One of the things that you need to understand, and I need to pull something up real quick too, now that it's on my mind. Hold on one second, y'all. Um, there it is. All right. Hold on. Sorry about this. Something just popped in my head. Boom. Okay. And let me fix this real quick. All right. Okay. Then. Excuse me. Then we'll come to this. Okay. So what you're trying to do is get the company to understand that they can trust you, because what you want is, look at it from a signing company's perspective. What do they want to know about you? They want to know that they can trust you to do what you are commissioned to do, which is the oath. So if you can communicate to them that you can do your job as a notary, the chances of them selecting you when they send out the notification, the chance of them even sending you out a notification goes higher. The problem is a lot of people don't want to put themselves out there because they don't feel confident. So this is where you have to again look at your training and like, okay, why don't I feel confident? Well, I won't feel confident because of the training. What am I lacking? That's why I always say when you talk about getting training, what do you want to get trained in? You got to define that. If you can't define what you want to get trained in, then how can you be sure that you're getting the right training? Okay. So the companies want to know that they can trust you to do your job. What is your job? Your job is to notarize documents. If you can convince them of that in your profile, the chances of them giving you a chance greatly increases. Now, anybody out there who runs a signing company, if you agree or disagree with me, say so in the chat. I would love to see what you're saying. And if you got any other suggestions, I know it's only 200 characters, but feel free to pop that in there. Now, here's a set of instructions that has come from a signing company. Let me zoom in on this some. I don't know why I'm coughing. I ain't been coughing none hardly all today, and then tonight I start coughing. All right, so let's go through these instructions. And so, when you get instructions, just off of the instructions, you can say, "Oh, here's how I can write my profile." It says, "Ensure documents are printed legible with no smudges, marks, faint printing. Documents to be signed as reflected with blue ink only." Now, you have to craft your verbiage just right when if you're trying to use that, because not all companies requires the documents to be signed as the name is printed. Some of them are okay with them signing their normal signature that might look like scribble scrabble, and you have to take that into an account. So I wouldn't necessarily put that in there, or if I did, I would put it in such a way, maybe, when directed, will ensure documents are signed as reflected on, as reflected and with the appropriate ink color. Initials must also be consistent with how names are shown. If included in the package, letters of explanation, tax, dot, 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 must be signed and dated. Patriot Act must be completed and signed by notary. They're telling you this is what they want done because notaries aren't doing it. So if you put that in your profile that you will make sure that's done, then that's a plus. The question is, do you understand how to fill one out? If you don't, you need to figure that out. Okay. Um, if the incorrect state county is printed on the document, you will need to strike through and write the correct state and county. You absolutely must initial this change. No whiteout allowed. I mean, I can't even think of how to just expound on that. This is stuff that I've been teaching in my notary basics playlist about the brief overview of understanding acknowledgements. Look at that video. It explains, tells you exactly what you need to do, how to fill out acknowledgments, all of that. So that's what this is talking about. This is talking about if the venue is not right, if the name on the document, if the county is missing, if the state and county, and so let's just say, and this is just a made up acknowledgement that I have here. If I'm here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, change that. That has to be changed. You have to line through, initial, and put the correct venue. Bottom line, period. Or you use your own notarial acknowledgement. It's that simple. It's nothing complicated about it. Okay, let's go back to the instructions. So it goes on and says it is extremely important that you double check signatures, all of that. Make sure there's no missing stamps. They're going to check it, make sure that everything is done right. You can even say in there, if there's a mistake, I understand that I will have to correct the mistake and ship documents back at my expense. You're letting them know that you understand that you got to do that if you're the cause of the mistake. This is the kind of stuff that you need to be able. You read instructions like this, it's telling you what the problem is. Now what you do is communicate that you will not do these things. And then hopefully you understand enough about being a notary that you won't make these mistakes. So, all right. So let's go back to my profile. So then I go on to say the best part about working with me is that I'm fully open to performing closings outside of traditional working hours and on weekends. Additionally, I have no issues with meeting the customer at a location that is comfortable for them. And then I give examples: home, library, church. And I understand people have concerns about going to different places and all of that. Understand. I talk about other things that I do. I adhere to all guidelines in the Virginia Handbook for Notaries. And I also need to add in here Code of Virginia, because they have stuff that's not in the handbook sometimes. Well, they do. I adhere to the National Notary Association standard of conduct. I never force signers to sign documents or provide legal advice. I have no issues working with seniors or individuals with disabilities. I take all required annual training for signing agents. Then I say, that I've conducted, excuse me, over 1,900 of the following type of assignments. I list those assignments. I've served the entire Hampton Roads area and within 100 driving miles of this area. Anything outside of that 100 miles, I can do with a 48-hour notice. I am ready to provide the best closing service for you and your clients. Is my tagline: experience starts when you're given a chance. TLA RESPA certified. And then I talk about some of the companies here that I have done closings for. Some of them have only been one time, but I still list them. And there's a whole lot more that I can put down here. And I probably need to go on and add some of those in here. I just haven't taken time out to do. But this is what you do. This is a basic, simple profile, in my opinion, that's trying to outline and point to the and show the signing company, title company, or whoever, this is what I'm about. I recognize and understand that there are some issues with other notaries that you have, and you won't have those issues with me. Now, I would like to know in the comments, what do y'all think? Do you think it's a decent profile? Do you think it could be better? I'm pretty sure it can be. Normally, I would have my wife look it over because she's more of the wordsmith than I am. Every now and then, I get a stroke of genius, and I'm able to really articulate some stuff. But that is what I put together, and this is taking me time to do. This isn't the profile that I started off with, and I wish I would have kept all those other examples that I had. Excuse me. I did not realize I would ever going to be doing some kind of teaching um, on YouTube like I do, but I wish I would have kept them, and I don't have them. So it is what it is. But this is what I've come up with over time, and I've tweaked it more and more. I'm going to be tweaking it some more, and I'm just trying to give them an idea of the type of notary that they're getting, because you want them to look at you for you. You want them to see you as separate from the rest of these notaries. And let's just say if everybody had that same profile or something similar, then the question becomes, can you perform? How do you perform when you're at the table? And that's what's the important part. And that's why I came up with the notary success system, as y'all see right here. And in that program, that's how you learn how to do closings. I'm in Virginia, and yes, There are times where, I mean, there are, excuse me, I got something else going through my head at the same time. Yes, I'm in Virginia, and I understand that you may not be able to get here. If you can, great. If you are unable to, look at my Notary Basic playlist. I'll put it in the description, and you can look at those videos, and those videos will help you. The only difference between those videos and and what I do with the Notary Success System is that with the Notary Success System, you actually get to do loan closing. You actually do full loan closing packets, not these little trinkets of a few pages and all of that. You do a full loan packet. And I don't even call them mock signings. You just actually do a signing, okay? From start to finish and get everything signed, stamped, all of that. So, like I said, I wasn't going to be on here that long. Um, and and again, my profile could be 1,000% wrong, or it could be 80% right. But nonetheless, it says more than you can count on me. I'm dependable. I got a printer. I'm Phi Beta Kappa. I'm an on-time notary. You see what I'm saying? It says more than just the standard. I'm here. I'm more than here. I'm here to help you get your clients taken care of. Most people are reluctant, and I understand, why, to put themselves out there like that, because then the question become, will I actually be able to perform? Well, that's where again goes back to training. If you're only being trained in how to market yourself, you will have a lack of confidence whether you can perform when, by saying, I will do these things here. If you don't have the ability to have the confidence to say, then you got to figure out some training. And that's where the NNA comes in, and any other notary association. I think it's called the American Association for Notaries or something. I keep forgetting that company. I gotta get that down together. You know, your state handbook and things of that nature, so you can learn how to be a notary, and you will be fine. I believe most people understand how to provide great customer service, but do you understand how to do the things that you're supposed to do as a notary? And if you do, then you're great. You're not going to have any problems. But if you don't, you got to get to a point of understanding them. And that's where the videos that I put out come in handy. That's where the Notary Success System will take you to the next level. All of that. Visit notarysuccesssystem.com. You see the name, pick a date, boom, and we'll be off and running. Um, and I'm telling you, you're going to be thoroughly pleased, happy. You're going to be like, okay, I have the confidence and I know what I'm doing. So that's it, party people. Look, about 30 minutes, short one today. There's really not a whole lot else for me to say on this subject. But again, go back to the beginning, listen to the red flags so you can keep from getting scammed. Check out the comments in the on the video below. Thank you for liking, sharing. But yeah, tell me what y'all think about what I'm saying here, and give me your honest feedback. If you don't like what I got in there, cool. If you do, cool. If you want to use it, that's on you. I can't stop you. Okay. Not saying my stuff is the end all be all, but it's better than just saying I'm an on time notary and I got a stamp. They need more than that. All right. Well, y'all have a good one, party people. Peace.